So, we are here with Lady Macbeth at the very beginning of Act 2, Scene 2, where she awaits her husband, who has hopefully just carried out the deed of killing the king. Now, Lady Macbeth's clothing, as well as the all black set, really depicts the overall darkness of the current events. It sets the tone for a murder, as if they are already well prepared for an event, such as a funeral. This is done ultimately because any other color scheme would not portray this same tone to a preferred extent. It is important to keep in mind that the only movement in this scene so far has been up to heavy breathing and signs of distress from Lady Macbeth. Keeping in mind, we are watching the scene from a play. The actors have to express a lot of the emotion from which their faces are showing in the jerky movements. Macbeth enters hunched and immediately puts his swords down. I truly see this detail as crucial in order to show the regret Macbeth feels towards the killing. Strange, in fact, considering he has had blood on his hands before. I couldn't help but notice the empty air between the characters is a little contradictory to a typical couple who might suddenly find themselves as partners in crime. Typically, one would expect they would be clinging to each other in their most vulnerable states. In reading the play and imagining such a scenario simply in your head, it's hard to picture the harshness in Lady Macbeth's actions and facial expressions. She looks angry for the most part. It might as well show how scared she really is. But as a woman who summoned a form of deadly strength in order to be strong, this could be a vital way of showing the change in our Lady Macbeth. In this bit, it's easy to see how Lady Macbeth's body language and choice of words translate to how controlling she is at this time. She is acting as the puppeteer, perhaps in the sense that Macbeth has dropped the daggers and mimics one staring at his own reflection in utter disbelief in what he has just done. Now here, in this scene, the slap coming up could be very well a way of showing this control and attempt at displaying Macbeth's weakness. It's almost hard to think that he could have taken on all those men in battle so fiercely. As if this is the relentless warrior they were talking about in the first act of the play. Here, Macbeth seems to be looking into a bucket of water, which was not included in the play but really adds a nice touch. As I said before, he is displaying one who is peering at his own reflection, displaying the total amount of regret, fear, and weakness that fills him in this moment. Now, looking at a brighter side of things would be taking into account, such as here, where Lady Macbeth takes the swords away from her husband and brings it upon herself to create their crime scene. This could be observed through the playwright itself, as well as acting it out, because it's such a wifely thing to do. Lady Macbeth is tying herself to this murder, perhaps because, in order to control the puppet, one must hang on to the handles. That's how I see it anyways.